Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We have now traveled into the east and are doing more things. We're attempting to start a rebellion against Garlemald here in Doma. So, let's get back to it. Alright, stream is live. Emo, what is that?
It's the, uh, you should have it.
When we got to go over to the...
It's from when we went to it was the thing we flew when we killed what's his doofus and didn't kill him, his eyes.
Ah, you're right, I do have it. I guess I've never actually used it before.
Yeah, it was very specific, it was very obvious what it was.
Lise, Alice, you don't have to hang out outside the town. You can just walk right in. That's what we did.
Safe.
Coming, KJ?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, there's a settlement here. And they've even got their own aetheryte. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with, Hansui. Hansui, sorry. Which means this place belongs to... Oh. Like I said,
Crap.
I was like 2% away. Oh, we get an emote. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement. Mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask for the tithe. What brings you hither of all places? Are you not bound for Othard's shores? Well, it's like 200 yards over that way, Tansui. I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me, I will take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader. How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. Leave it to me. I've always been good with people. And this will also give me a chance to use that Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. That seems like a bad idea, but okay. Oh, we have an Aether Current over here. That's a nice mount. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh, gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Ah, the difference of not having Alpha Note around. They just said, you do the talking.
Mm-hmm.
Gasetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. Aye, I know of him. Why he bade you to petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality, if you would excuse us. Hey, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gasetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we would convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. It's little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Gotta love invisible walls of air.
Mm-hmm.
The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Taking an interest in the ship? Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like this Sekibune, the Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently. What with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what we can't change, eh?
Quiet, small fry.
How much did that cost you?
30. I got my stuff on.
Had a good look around? Then we just need to wait for lease. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said, they have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I went with option 2. I agree. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later. And deep down, they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk. That we can be valuable allies in a fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I've got a job for you, Westerner, if you're as courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies the carcass of a Wiki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you're about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat on Wiki tails. No. But I did say you would need to be a courageous sword, and I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child.
Right, tribe.
Apparently I have all the quests I can hold right now. So. Not sure how that's possible. But apparently it is. What quests have I picked up?
I don't know, but I had to go finish a couple, change a couple.
This is the same one that we saw when we first got here.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
You are not the walrus lizards I seek. Stay away.
Okay, this one's supposed to be dead, but the tail is still wiggly.
Don't ask no questions.
Yeah, we're supposed to butcher the tail anyway, right?
Makes me think of a scene in The Rock, where they've just killed one of the mercenaries and his foot is twitching. And Nicolas Cage says, "Can you do something about that?" And Sean Connery says, "What do you want me to do? Kill him again?"
Yes.
I haven't seen that movie in a really long time.
My family was a big fan of horrible Nicolas Cage movies from the 90s, so we've seen most of them multiple times. My mom was watching Con Air last night.
I like that one.
You've been away for some time, perhaps in search of young Gwiki corpse. I see I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. I pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Gwiki as game. But as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows, too, must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that must we take solace. And wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Gwiki by wandering near a neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for the aid. I'm just wondering, if you needed food that bad, why didn't you tell me to butcher the Gwiki that we were going to be attacked by, too?
Exactly.
You could eat for 3 days. You there. Aye, you. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an All-Ra? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He is late in returning. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. I actually want to say this might be the first time that we see an All-Ra other than Yugiri. Assuming he's not dead, of course. Although the title of the quest makes it sound like he is absolutely dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a name. Probably wearing a red shirt too.
I was just gonna say that.
Well, if he's anything like me, he kind of has red skin, so he's always wearing a red shirt, really. You cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. You cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. So do we have to look somewhere else?
I think so, because there's another spot.
Oh yeah, there's another spot.
I expected it to go away.
I did too.
Indeed.
I can't say anything. There's a back in my face.
Well, you cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. Even though I guess I'm actually the closest thing to anything y'all have seen that matches his description, so yes, there is. Cast about for the Confederate recruit, and at last spy a young Ori man lurking behind the rocks to the west. Deserter?
Too afraid can't get back to the others.
I'm gonna go with he's been hunting and hasn't been able to catch anything. Who are you? You don't look like a man of the Confederacy. Forgive me, 'twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it. For the sea is our home, now and ever after. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters, and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Onokuro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on.
He has a cat necklace.
I have a shiny purple card. I need to remember to load up Final Fantasy XV one of these days so you can see the card this was based on. So, what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or something? What? All this time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good you went in my stead, else I might have misspoke and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. 662 gil.
And XP.
Yeah, but technically he didn't give us the XP.
But he did. We couldn't get it if he didn't give it.
But how does one give XP, KJ?
He said, "Here, take this money."
Just trying to be a smart aleck.
So you're saying that we can buy XP?
Hey,
Actually,
second edition
technically, you
D&D worlds, yes you could.
That is true.
If you were a rogue, you got gold. That was 1 XP for each gold. Anyway. That was old school.
Second edition was quite some time ago.
Yeah, well, it's my all-time favorite.
Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from far-flung shores? Listen well, I have a task for you. Go first to Alcumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly.
Seasick?
Yep.
Mal de mer.
I get whiplash every time I fall.
That hurt.
That's because you jump out there and then hit the invisible wall of air. And of course, we also didn't need to jump down because the quest is actually up here.
Well, it looked like I skinned my knee all the way down. My knee hit that wall.
Come at the behest of Afumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot this, how pitiful the lot of this Doman, unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return whence he came. I'm once again going the wrong direction. I thought they said we had to go to a pier, but the arrow's pointing north. Oh, well, I guess we have to go around, but I guess we can jump off the top, too. That would probably be faster. Or we can race and see if I get up here and run into an invisible wall and have to turn around and come back.
I don't put money on that. It is a gamble.
I might be about to die, though. Yep, I'm dead.
I'll come res you.
I landed, had 1 health, and this mob attacked me. No game. I do not want to return to Revenant's Toll. I absolutely do not. Thank you.
I win.
There's an aetheryte, don't forget while we're here.
I should have just kept on going.
Oh shit, I missed.
After all that practice you just had,
I know, right? Dang it all.
I got scared and fell right to the bottom here.
I just hit shift and shutter still. Medicines? Give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Alfumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Good evening. Welcome to the stream.
Well, damn.
It's not
That
very
didn't bring
nice.
everybody?
It's not very nice that it teleports me still in the car, but doesn't bring y'all in the car too.
Yeah, I was like,
And I think Zora said damn because she said no.
I kinda want no teleport.
KJ just has to find a way to spend as much gil as possible, after all. He has
He
so
does
much
have
of it.
money, I don't know.
well, I did have almost 400 gil in my pocket, along with the 35, well, the 3.5 mil in my bank, or my person, and then the 120 on the other one, and then I bought a mount.
Ah.
That was
I got that fish-looking one. Not fish. What the hell were they?
The event for the car has
The
ended, I
fishbacks,
believe.
Oh, that's only 100.
They might do it again next year, I don't know. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, was once of Doma, though he cast all aside 25 years ago, when the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you, too, will renounce your ties and join us someday. Aye, I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Hansui unfolded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation.
I seen your invisible wall now. And I scoff at it.
You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything. Now that you mention it. Lately, we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing, I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to cull the thieving bastards regularly. So happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. Sun-ripened chum.
Looks like sushi.
I recommend against eating it.
Oh yeah.
Today we learned Final Fantasy sharks can fly.
Well, they also move on land. Like, walk on it.
Did you get a new level of stone, Emo?
Yeah. It does the blocks. Oh my gosh. I just noticed my action's different. I love it. I spin around and then both my feet kick out. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's funny. I'll have to find something to attack. Or where you guys can see it.
Oh, there we go.
We'll let you pull this shark.
Okay.
Apparently you can also fly.
Uh-huh.
Actually reminds me, I haven't used my my new magic spell that I got. I'll have to look at that soon.
What is the FFXIV?
Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Damn. Before the Kojin started chasing us, their leader asked us if we were Doman. They're Yatsuyu's catchers, I know it. First it's sorry, and now this. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. Alright, I'm gonna use my spell to pull the snake thing. See what it looks like.
A snowflake.
Apparently, yes.
Oh, you get a dragon head thing,
I do.
Zora.
KJ's in a lazy mood today.
I is. I are.
Ah, there you are. I heard you went shark hunting. We did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. I should like to think we have proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Kojin mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates. Surely Yatsuyu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny this changes everything. At least I should think he cannot.
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is. The question being, do you trust me?
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Doma, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Okay, the 3 punching of the fist must mean Godslayer. Or whatever, Beast Godslayer, or whatever.
We can be so arrogant sometimes.
Who's that?
Me.
Well, we have slain a lot of gods at this point.
I know.
I didn't feel like it was arrogance. I was just like, yep, you're gonna see.
I mean, I was too, but then I think about it, I'm like, no, they're arrogant.
Now here's their wake-up call.
We were gonna complete it and do it.
Yeah, it's not arrogance if we pull it off. Let's see, there was a quote in a book one time. What was it? Because it's only stupidity if it doesn't work. If it works, it's heroism.
Yeah.
True.
So, alone you will deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. 2 factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the red. Those who belong to the blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials, and so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the blue on the Isle of Becco. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Right. Then let us head for... Wait, where is Lise? We cannot leave without her. Alright, quest log. What do I have that I can get rid of? Dropping some of the level 50 hard mode dungeon quests that we've been holding on to for months.
Mhm.
Well, what is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. You're worried we won't be able to live up to our promises. No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Lise, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Girabanya, I was in Limsa Limensa, visiting a friend, a young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I had ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one when this is all over. And I won't take no for an answer. What about Ishtola? We'd never hear the end of it. Alright, Ishtola too. Once she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before. I kind of thought the story was going somewhere, and then it didn't go anywhere.
I know,
Yeah,
it was
that
weird.
random.
Yeah. Like her dad's alive or something. Or...
Although a tart sounds good.
Where we
I
gotta
love
go?
pastry.
Pastry. Mm. Hmm. Hint, hint,
What did you say?
hint, hint.
KJ said, where do we have to go?
I'm just getting ready to teleport, so I don't want to take y'all somewhere you don't want to go.
Yeah, I don't think there actually is anywhere we can teleport quite yet.
Were you hinting at him or at me?
No. It looked like the way Kath was moving the car. It was looked
Oh,
like
I was like, what?
Get in the damn car.
Get in the car, KJ. Get in the car.
No.
kind of like this guy's look.
Are you reading?
No, I just skip over this.
Okay.
I'm not sure why I just skip over it, but it's a side quest, so I don't really pay a lot of attention to it. If you would like me to read the next one, I shall.
No, it's fine. I was just kind of like, sitting there like, was he? What's happening?
Okay, so I'm reading it and nobody else is.
Well, I wasn't first, but
Yeah, there's your cat necklace again. Well, this one's in my seat.
It would appear it is swimming time.
All the way over to that island. Yep.
Now I'm confused. There's an aetheryte on the map, but
Yeah.
Because we have to go into the cave, remember?
Ah, yes, that's right.
Yeah, twice my height. I'm not even going to try it. What? How did they get?
I think this is the Isle of Becco. Though, to be honest, it looks the same to me as however many other islands around here. Rasho said that there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland. Sounds like a cave with a leaf standing in it.
Whoa.
I guess there was actually a ramp we could have taken, but...
Efficiency. But I think we have to go up. No, we don't have to go up, do we?
Apparently there's a instant way back up. Ow.
Oh my gosh, you hit the water and it's bad.
Oh, I didn't see him before. There we go.
I saw him. I just saw the swirly
that
water
light I see
thing and
up
wanted to
ahead?
see what it did.
Oh, I keep thinking it's Alpha, no, and it's not. Shit. Twin sister, dude.
Yeah, Alice say finally decided it was time to tell Alpha Node he had to stay home this time.
Yep. This is the shellbacks.
We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
How fortunate that we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Soroban about our situation. If anyone here can help us, it's him. So tell me, my friends, what strange tides bring you to our home? That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Unshin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
So, you seek to compel our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
That's right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it. All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite. We Kojin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our Red Brothers live by the sword, we Blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the Red falls unjustly upon the Blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the Red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. assurances must first be had. Trust forged. A bargain struck.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Soruban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
As you wish.
Well, I've no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
Okay, the Elder's outfit rocks.
Indeed. Samurai turtle.
Yep. Well, Leonardo was a samurai for a while. In one of those comic books.
True. Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search for a priceless treasure. The Yasakani no Magatama. This most sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of Hingashi until they decided to present it to the Garleans in a gesture of conciliation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to the Imperial Masters. Alas, though they succeeded, in the ensuing chaos, the Magatama was lost to the sea. We wish to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, were we to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we must turn to you. So you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, drowning? Fear not. There's a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first, you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require a twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested unqueep carapace. That's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells. Lise, can you do the coral? And would you go and find the unqui and relieve it of its carapace? I get the feeling that they know what those things are and sent us on the worst one.
Yeah.
Did we attune the Aetherite?
Yes. What if you took that jump if it would throw us all up there?
I forgot that was there.
Whee! Like a true Lothel.
Oh, it's just a crab. Okay, we're fine. It must be up above.
What are you looking for?
The aetherite current, or the aether current.
Oh.
There it is.
Did you guys get credit for the guy I got?
What guy?
I killed another crab down on the bottom.
We got credit for the first one.
No, I didn't get credit for that one.
Hmm.
So you ready to turn it in?
It's interesting that KJ can still teleport while he's in the car.
Yeah, because I can't use the device to look for the aether compass and stuff.
You can't?
Yeah, not while I'm in the car. You can. And if I'm driving on my own, I can get it. Oh, son of a gun, this guy's a smart ass. What are you laughing about, Emo?
Nothing that I was able to take it. It just popped me out of the car. It was
Oh,
kind of funny.
okay. I seen you pop up behind me, so I was like, wait, they couldn't?
No, we could take it. I just ignored it.
I see how you are.
Well, have you the Unqui Carapace? Yes. Yes, I do. How splendid they are. The kami shall be most pleased, I am sure. I got it. The ruby coral you wanted. And I, the sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist, though I realize now that you may have meant yours. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next, we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it is completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasakani no Magatama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Ha! Surely you realize we have been searching that we have been searching this whole time. The area we wish for you to explore is but a small fraction of the ruby. Already we have scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory. To no avail. All that remains is a region to the west. The shellless of Suino Sato can provide you with a better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first. Shellless? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living under the sea? Of course not. The Ryan have been here as long as I can remember. Shiosai, the Overseer, I believe, could tell you more when you arrive. But, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We have to carry out the ritual. Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? Then let us go to the western part of the village, where the water twists and turns, and there complete our preparations for the ritual, and begin our new lives under the sea.
Under the sea.
I know, I just realized that.
Oh, Zora kept responding to Free Company, only she was in Say. So I was just reminding her. We were in Say earlier.
Gotcha. He dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he returned.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea. The ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends.
You first.
Yes, yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood. O Kami of the fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths, receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine. The ritual is complete, my friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it...
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the depths, it will not help you traverse them.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy-paddling brother. Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
Better not be seahorses. Okay, good.
Wow, look at them. I bet they could take us all the way
Use
to the
word
deepest
steeds.
depths of
I
the sea.
expected seahorses.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Kosetsu, and liberated your respective homelands.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
We'll find that treasure in no time. Come on!
Owing to Soroban's blessing, you may now dive into deep water and stay submerged indefinitely. Underwater settlements like Tamamizu and Suinosato can be accessed via circular portals. To leave deep water, you need only swim toward the surface. Conversely, you can dive into deep water while swimming on the surface by pressing Control Spacebar. Should you become separated from your steed, speak to Soroban at Tamamizu and mount a striped ray. This must be Suinosato, the Ryan village Soroban told us about. Right then, let's see if they can't help us find the Kojin's missing jewel. You may now perform underwater emotes.
The water flood.
If this is Suinosato, then Shiosai, the overseer, should be around here somewhere. I dare say one of the locals will be able to point us in his direction. Though now that I look around, I get the distinct impression we are not welcome here. Why do my people live under the sea?
Under the sea. Why can't you breathe before we did all that other stuff?
I don't know.
Found one. Or I found the person.
So, this is our man? Leave this place and never return. We have no need of wide-eyed wanderers. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise, and these are my friends. We're looking for the overseer of Suinosato, Shiosai. That's you, isn't it? The Kojin of the Blues sent you hither, did they? I am no overseer, nor ever would I claim to be one. I am High Priest of the Shisui of the Violet Tides, Shiosai. So you are the man we're looking for. Great. We need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yasakikani no... Stop. I will hear no more. We will suffer no outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters. Quiet, Isobe, or there will be no dango for dinner. I can do naught to aid you. I say to you again, leave this place and never return. Very least, sir, you might condescend to tell us of your village, and of why you are so loath to show us even the most basic courtesy. Suino Sato is our sanctuary. Under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, sovereign of Shisui, we Ryan enjoy humble yet fulfilling lives, but it was not always so. Long ago, our forebears were driven from their ancestral lands. Beneath the waters, they sought refuge from the ravages of war, and here they flourished. All that we are, our culture, our traditions, were born of the sea, as was I. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, it has ever been with our utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving our way of life. So it was when Dolma fell 25 years past. The Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that we would take no part. As it was, so ever shall it be. Forever and ever apart. Forgive me, I understand now how highly you value your way of life, and how you will suffer none to endanger it. You may be assured that we have no desire to do so, and I would hope that we would have given you no cause to assume otherwise. You have not. Changes nothing. Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition. I must consider the wishes of all who call Suino Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit outsiders to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please do not ask this of me. Thank you for your time, sir.
That's right, I don't trust him anyway. His skin's white. Nothing like you.
He has an otter with a hat. You have to trust the man that has an otter with a hat.
I trust the otter, not the man. Such a cute guy.
And so it continues. Another village, another deaf ear. Clearly, Girabanya is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Gosetsu couldn't have known that we would take this long. I only hope he's still alive. Hey, he's Gosetsu, he's fine.
And more than likely, he's trying to get us to get a bunch of people to help back his rebellion.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't expecting a cutscene.
Neither was I.
I tire of this filthy tavern, and its still filthier clientele.
'Tis scant reward for your treachery, aye. A painted woman of your rich experience deserves a better class of customer.
Oh, name-calling. Is that what we've been reduced to?
Orphan of the Nayuri. Widow of Sashihai. What joy it must have brought you to be revenged upon us all.
Not enough. Not nearly enough. My appetite for your agony is as an abyss. Bottomless. Insatiable. Before you die, you will cry and beg and prostrate yourself upon the earth. You will crawl on your belly through the muck and the piss and debase yourself for my amusement. All of you. But you think you are made of sterner stuff? Rather than have him beat you, mayhap I should have my oaf go and fetch your master's head. Oh, poor Lord Cayenne. Kami rest his soul. Noble leader of a fallen nation. A fine puppet he made for the Viceroy. For a time. 25 years he was content to serve his masters as a dog. And then everyone had to rise up and get themselves killed. Tell me, how did it feel to fail him that day? To live with the disgrace of his death? Not that you were a stranger to living with disgrace, of course. In the what was it? 25 years since you were humiliated and tossed into an imperial jail? You had plenty of time to get used to it. Oh yes, I heard the stories. About the samurai who would do anything to return to his master's side, even if it meant pledging his blade to his sworn enemy. They say he walked with death, that he slew 1,000 men in the Empire's name. Truly a tale for the poets.
I do not deny my sins, but I will not be reproached by the likes of you.
Oh, I mean not to reproach you, but to praise you. You're a survivor, samurai. Just like me. So, let us not dwell on the past, you and I, and instead give thought to the future. To wit, I would ask you again to help me resolve this vexing matter of Doma's missing heir. Living or dead, it makes no difference, really. But the Garleans are most insistent that we put this problem behind us. And I know you helped him flee. So tell me, what became of Lord Hien?
To my dismay, the details escape me at present. Mayhap your dog could jog my memory.
Get on with it, and mark me, brute, there is no limit to how far you can fall.
Of all the bloody stupid... Ah! When I get back to Eorzea, I'm gonna find that little shite, and I'm gonna make him pay.
That was informative.
Indeed. I need to AFK for just a minute. I'll be right back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Everybody here?
Yes.
I am.
Yeah. I don't know, Zora.
We seem to have reached an impasse, and to make matters worse, every solution I can think of will only take more time. I don't suppose you have any ideas, do you? Which choice to make? I'll talk to the villagers. Right. You're the ones who came from above, yes? If we could have a moment of your time. My apologies. I did not mean to startle you. My name is Ihanami, and this is my wife, Unagi. We were wondering, have you any news from Doma? If so, we would like very much to hear it. May I ask why? If you must, our daughter fought in the rebellion. We've heard naught of her since. It would be too much to hope that you know of her. Her name is Yugiri. Yeah, we know her.
Yep.
Kami be praised. She lives. She lives. We're looking for her too, actually. But I'm sure she's alright. We had no idea she hailed from Suinosato. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi? It all began when she was a little girl. She and another child crept out of the village, having grown curious about the outside world. To Doma they went, where they met a young boy, a proud son of Yanxia. His tales of imperial oppression left a lasting impression on her. When she returned, she spoke passionately of the Doman's plight and urged us to take the boy in. But my wife and I would not hear of it. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. She became convinced that the Garleans would one day come for us, and it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left, years later to learn the ways of the shinobi. When the then Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Yugiri's return, lest she bring misfortune to us all. We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do. And so our daughter, who wanted only to keep her people safe, surely there's something we could do for these people. They who gave her aid and succor when no other would. I am but a humble stonemason, but if it is the Yasakani no Magatama you seek, I may yet be of some assistance to you. The jewel is known to possess an unusual property. To the naked eye, it is as jade, but when bathed in a particular light, it shimmers with a divine resplendence. I have mined similar materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light, under which the stones sparkle. In the deepest depths, they are invaluable. There is a sunken ship to the east. Though the currents may have spirited away her cargo, you should begin your search there. Thank you so much. We will do just that. I hope you find what you seek. Only wish that there was something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. And when next you see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that her parents and her brothers do not think of her. We will, I promise. Where in the hell did Alice go? She is not in the village. Yeah, let's see what these new emotes we have are. That's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know if we actually have any others, though.
Did you talk to the guy that lost souls?
I don't have
Is that
enough
a
quest slots for that.
Oh, okay. Then I just thought of it. The title is that's that place, the tower, isn't it?
That's the Palace of the Dead. I wouldn't be surprised if this quest sends us to the Heaven on High.
Yeah.
If this wreck is the self-same vessel of which Soroban spoke, then if the gods are good, the Magatama is nearby. Ready your lamp and keep your eyes open. We're going to need to take this slowly. Move too fast and we risk overlooking something. To find the Yasakani no Magatama, you will need to search the area marked on your map. Use your lamp to pinpoint the precise location of the treasure and claim it. I've got something here. I don't know if it's the same for everybody, though.
I got it there.
You got what there?
You got to use the lamp, and then it'll say a shiny object.
Yeah, over here where I am, KJ.
Yeah.
Well, it said it to me a couple times up here. I don't understand. Oh, wait.
Well, if it says you see something in the distance, here it says, oh, there it is. So.
There we go.
I swear, looking for a needle in a haystack would be quicker. Gosetsu will have died of old age by the time we finish. You haven't found anything, have you? Yes. One shiny tear-shaped rock. This is it. The Yasakani no Magatama, exactly as Soroban described. Huh. It would seem our fortunes have finally changed for the better. Much as I would like to return and thank Yugiri's parents for their assistance, time is of the essence. I say we make for Tamamizu at once. Hold on to it for now. Once we arrive, present it to the Elder, and then we can finally learn how to deal with the Red Kojin.
What do we got to return to?
Tamamizu.
Is that the guy that's underground, isn't it? No.
It's an Aetherite, KJ.
Oh, there it is. Well, it's the water. Well, shit, there's 2 water ones. So. That's rude. It kicked me right out.
It kicked everybody out of the car except me. You are returned, and with the Yasakani no Magatama I traced. Here, have a shiny blue rock. Yes, there is no mistake. Well done, well done. So, about the Red Kojin. You said there was a way to make them retreat into their shells? Are you really ready to tell us now? I did indeed, and yes, I am. For you see, divinity resides not only in material vessels, but in individuals. In laying claim to their most sacred of treasures, you have demonstrated an affinity with the divine. To treat with men and women such as you is to invite fortune into our homes. Gladly, we will aid your cause. All is ready, Soroban? Then give them what they require. This is a ceremonial knife of some sort. Before this blade, that which is sealed shall open. The treasure vault of the Kojin, on the Isle of Zeki. It is there that our most prized relics, be they of the red or the blue, are kept safe. Fiercely do the red guard it, for its contents are more precious than their lives. Were the vault to be attacked, their response would by necessity be immediate. Kojin would be summoned from malms around to defend their treasures. And were we to sow enough chaos, the Reds in service to the Imperials would have no choice but to answer the call as well, giving the Confederacy the sign they've been waiting for. Without the Kojin, the Imperials don't have enough troops in Asari to hold off the pirates. However, you must understand that the vault is holy ground, home to 1,000 kami. To intrude upon it without paying the proper respects is sacrilege we cannot condone. So, if we were to pay the proper respects, it would be alright. Great. How do we do that again? The Yasakani no Magatama is one of the 3 most coveted treasures of the Kojin. The other 2 lie within the vault. Were you to deliver the jewel unto the others, and thereby make them whole, the kami may forgive your trespass, and instead delight in your mischief-making. So if I understand you correctly, you want us to take the sacred jewel coveted by your red brothers and deliver it to their treasure vault? More or less. The Yasakani no Magatama belongs on the Isle of Zeki. So long as it finds its way there, we are satisfied. The Magatama has chosen for you to be its bearers. Had it not, you would never have found it. And we would not be having this conversation. I shall inform the Confederacy of your plans, and bid them make ready to act when the time is right. The Isle of Zeki lies to the west of Sui no Sato. Look for the cave beneath the waters. May fortune favor you in this and all other endeavors. Right then. I am not normally in the habit of sneaking into heavily guarded treasure vaults, but if this is the only way to convince the Confederacy to act, then so be it. We should be prepared for a fight. The bigger, the better. The kind where you'll wish you had 7 of your most battle-hardened friends at your side. Nice touch of fourth wall breaking there, Alice.
7 of your best friends.
As in, there's a trial coming soon.
Yeah, let's go with 3 and then 4 strangers.
I don't know about you two, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Me too. Let's do this. Right. Not left to say then. Me? Nervous. Come now. I mean, it's not as though I haven't risked my life in ridiculous ways before. No, maybe I am a little bit. Strangest thing, that. Completely out of character, even. Anyway, let's go. Now a test. Is going to throw y'all out of the car when we get into the water. The answer is no.
Yay!
And I see a Beastmen banner on the map.
Above.
Assuming this is the right cave, it should lead us straight into the heart of the Isle of Zeki. Have you got a plan for once we get into the Isle? How about you two get the guards' attention while the third heads straight to the vault? Afterwards, the other two join them here, and together we make a stand. With our numbers, it's not feasible to do anything more complicated, I think. Fine by me. I like simple plans. I'll be one of the decoys then. You read my mind. I also had in mind to ask him to be one, given his peerless martial prowess. Then it's settled. You two will make your way through the stronghold, creating as much chaos as possible. You know, have some fun. Meanwhile, I will attempt to locate the vault and gain entry with the ceremonial knife. When I'm inside, I will contact you via link pearl. Right. Come on, we've got work to do. Yes. Chaos. Let us sow some chaos.
Oh, music change.
Indeed.
Very chaos sounding.
That was weird kind of sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, but the music almost seems like it fits an 80s action movie.
I can feel that.
Oh, there we go. Up. This way. Or did your people just tell you keep running?
It's not like anything here is actually dangerous.
Way to kill the tone of the music.
Alisei is the one doing the sneaking. We're doing the rampage.
I mean, I'm waiting for old Sylvester Stallone to show up, or Jean-Claude or something, you know? Or Arnold. Get to the chopper! Actually, it does. This music reminds me of Commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I can see it. You're a sight for sore eyes. Hope Alisei's alright too. Can you hear me? I found the vault. Head northwest, the passage leading deeper within. Hurry. Head northwest by immediately heading southwest. There you are. The entrance is straight ahead. Good timing, I might add. It sounds like the whole garrison is heading straight for us.
Thieves! Thieves!
come to steal our most precious treasures? You will pay for this sacrilege!
That's the spirit! Now don't be shy. I'm more than ready for another round.
Seize them!
What in the world?
Who hath made us whole?
Hark! A great kami stirs. Yes, yes, a great kami of the sacred treasures. O great kami, we beseech your intercession. We who have guarded your blade and glass for generations, your faithful Kojin.
Thou didst freely deliver our jewel unto thine enemy's own treasure vault? How auspicious! We do commend thee, son of man. Such audacity is deserving of celebration, exaltation, a contest of wills to mark the occasion. Let lines be drawn, let sides be chosen, and for their loyalty we shall stand with the caretakers of our greater part.
Oh, perfect. A contest of wills. Just what we need.
Hearken to us, shelled ones. Upon this day your wish shall be granted. Curse neither your fate nor its executor, children of man, for we are of the divine, of both heaven and earth, the ringing silence, the raging calm. All riseth and falleth at the whim of capricious fortune. Assume your marks upon the stage and embrace the coming chaos. We are Susano, and in revelry do we rejoice.
That's a primal standing in front of us, right?
And a horde of angry Kojin at our backs. Oh, this contest is getting worse by the moment. Lise, help me clear a path. Leave them to us and save your strength. You'll be needing it soon enough.
Make way! Make way!
Spoil not your appetite for the feast, children of man. The dish will be served whether you will it or no.
That was not part of the plan. A Kojin Primal was most definitely not part of the plan. Though I'm sure there is a perfectly logical explanation involving the aether stored in the treasures and the religious fervor with which the Kojin guard them, or something. A pity Alpha Node isn't here to provide it. And just when I thought our fortunes had changed, I swear if Soroban and his people knew this might happen. No, somehow I doubt that. Even the Red seemed surprised by what. All rises and falls at the whim of capricious fortune, does it? Then the same goes for him. We have to defeat that primal. As before, our numbers limit our options. I wish I could claim to have a brilliant plan, but I don't. All I have is a desperate one. Congrats, Sora.
Thank you.
Lise, you and I will do our best to draw the Kojin away from the Primal. We'll lead them on a wild dodo chase all over the Isle. The rest of the plan, I'm afraid you can guess. I'm sorry, I truly am. But neither of us could even approach Susanoo, much less hope to defeat him. Which means you're on your own. Well, who knows? He does have an awful lot of adventurer friends. Maybe some of them decided to take up fishing in the Far East and are surprisingly close by? Yes, and I speak fluent Hingan. Come on, there's no point in putting this off.
Oh, hello, adventurer friends.
Indeed.
Hello.
How's the fishing?
I haven't
Better
caught
now.
anything yet.
More out here.
Alright. Assuming we want to do this tonight, I will go over the strategy.
Okay.
Alright. This is apparently a 3-phase fight. And it starts with many of the mechanics during this fight are simplified by having the main tank hold Susanoo in place while the rest of the party stacks behind him. Susanoo calls some of his attacks with a set phrase. Phase 1, he will cast Razen Kaiko, which places a circular AoE under each party member. He has Yata no Kagami, which he will shout, "The seas part for we alone." A player will be marked red. After a short time, they will be damaged and knocked back. The path of their knockback will determine the safe area of the platform-wide AoE that follows. This AoE applies lightning resistance down. So when he shouts, "The seas part from we alone," look for whoever's going to get knocked back and stand in the path that they get knocked back through. Bright Storm. Immediately following Yata no Kagami, a stack marker will appear on the previously marked party member. Stack to share damage. So, run to that person. Dark Cloud. Susanoo will periodically spawn dark clouds. These clouds will each cast a wide line AoE that inflicts paralysis. So, we want to avoid that, I guess. At 65% health, he will move into phase 2. Apparently, he will shout, "How our hearts sing in the chaos." At the beginning of phase 2, a flower-shaped crystal will appear on the platform. The main tank should pick this up, as the player who picks it up will be the one receiving continuous damage from Susanoo during this phase. Clash. The player that picked up the flower-shaped crystal will be locked in a clash with Susanoo, receiving a damaging debuff for as long as the Ame no Murakamo is alive. And Ame no Murakamo, while clashing, Susanoo will begin casting this ability. Successful casting will cause a wipe. The party should focus damage on the sword to interrupt the cast. Sheer Force. During the clash, orbs will spawn on the perimeter of the platform. The off-tank should run into these before they get to the party, as they do splash damage. This ends in a heavy, unavoidable damage, a wipe if Ame no Murakamo is not destroyed, marked by a large red line AoE across the platform. In Phase 3, all abilities from Phase 1 are present during this phase. He will also cast Storm Splitter, which is a tank buster. Ama no Iwato, he will shout, "Earth and stone are at our beck and call." Susanoo will trap a player in a chained stone. 2 dummy stones will also spawn. The stone containing the player will be marked, and then the stones will be shuffled. Only the stone containing the player needs to be destroyed. If the stone finishes casting the sealed gate, the player is killed. And Ukehei, which is a moderate party-wide damage that can hit 1 or 2 times. So basically, in Phase 1, just keep an eye out on the stack marker. It'll be the person that gets knocked back, and stay out of the dark clouds. In Phase 2, it looks like it's mostly on me and the other tank, but you will need to be damaging the sword. And in Phase 3, it's break the person out of the stone. Everything make sense?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I guess we'll see whether either of these 2 people here next to us are in the party. Apparently not, since they apparently went before us.
She was a healer, astrologer.
He was a
But I
samurai.
didn't know if they were in the same group. They were in different guilds.
Let the rebels begin!
I forgot to come over.
The seas part, for we alone.
I forgot what we gotta do.
Get over here.
Oh my gosh, I died.
Oh, I'm dead.
Just trying to get you.
The seas part, for we alone. The seas part, for we alone.
Look for the stack marker and get to it.
I died again.
How our hearts sing in the chaos.
Yeah, apparently everybody else was waiting for somebody to come to them instead of going to the stack marker.
Yeah.
Wild and pure and forever free.
That was so weird.
I think it's a, oh, what do you call it?
The stone.
No.
Attack the sword.
I think it's an emote thing that they do when they res someone.
Yeah.
What emote thing? What are you talking about?
The healer, when they res someone, it says not to lay down.
Rejoice! Resilient souls, I salute you! Earth and stone at our beck and call!
Somebody's about to get rocked in the stone.
I'm in a rock. Close to the boss. I'm close to the boss.
Are you out?
Yep, I'm out.
The seas part, for we alone.
On me.
Get to the stack marker. Hey, come back in, Emo.
Earth and stone at our beck and call.
Did somebody use the limit break? We're not close enough.
I'd save it just in case.
Okay.
The other healer was apparently in a rock and we didn't break the right one.
The seas part, for we alone. The seas part, for we alone. Such ferocity.
Nice.
And everybody else is already gone.
Oh yeah.
Dear other tank, where's my commendation?
Yeah.
No, I mean when both of the healers went down, I was keeping him alive. I
Oh,
was
nice.
healing him. So
It's a paladin thing.
Nary a peep from the shellbacks, sir. It's enough to make one wonder.
The Red have sounded the alarm. The Isle of Zeki under attack. Fierce fighting in the stronghold. The vault breached by outsiders and strange tales from deep within. All this the Red cannot ignore. Even now, they abandon their posts and flock to the Isle. The Garleans are powerless to stop them.
I'll be damned they did it. Well, Captain, wagers notwithstanding, I dare say we will not have a better opportunity to drive the Imperials from Asari and rescue our men. On the other hand, naught was put in writing. But if your mind is made up, then that is that. I should add that if you were to change your mind, none would gainsay your decision, nor think you beholden to your past. Nor would anyone begrudge you a spot of revenge into the bargain. Like the little miss said, we knew this day would come.
Isari may be a rotting husk, but at least the tavern keeper never watered down his drinks.
Well said for a temperate man.
Hear me, comrades! We made a bargain with the Eorzeans, and I mean to uphold our end of it. I mean to remind the Garleans that this is our sea, that all here belongs to the Confederacy. All that is theirs is ours for the taking, and take it we shall. We will strip them of everything they hold dear.
This one is iron. My hands will break before he speaks.
Kami, give me strength. Are you good at anything? I had hoped this might prove more productive than blind inquiries, but I see you are determined to waste my time. Very well. Line them up. Kill one for every question he refuses to answer.
Hurt them, and you will get naught from me.
You have given me precisely that thus far, so what have I to lose? Mark me, samurai. I will find Lord Hien, be it with your help or with your heads.
Confederate scum! You will pay for that!
Confederacy. They've come to save us!
And this after I took such pains to cow them. Even pirates have their pride, I suppose. Enough to march to their deaths, no less. Oh, the stupidity of it all. It truly is a sickness. I shall just have to lance the boil. Drain them of every last trace of honor and compassion. Every last drop.
My lady, I'm going outside. Oh! The Kami are not finished with you yet.
There's no end to them. They just keep coming.
Then we must be doing something right. We have to hold out for as long as we can. He's counting on us.
Susanoo is slain! Slain by the Shellless One!
Is it true? Did you defeat him? Well, in that case, how do you fancy helping us keep the Kojin occupied until the Confederacy make their move? Speak of the devils, that's coming from Isari.
I think we've done all we can here. Let's withdraw and make for the village.
Right. Although, they don't seem keen to let us go.
Hear me, Kojin of the Red. We have no quarrel with you, only your Imperial masters. No more blood need be shed this day. I pray you let us go in peace.
You dare speak to us of peace? Your flesh will feed the fishes, thief! Attack!
Now's our chance. Don't worry about her, she can handle herself.
I can't let you take all the glory, can I?
I think Alizé was just showing off there.
Yeah.
Also, I approve of the there's no dying in baseball.
Wait, what?
It was one of the shouts the other healer had when she rezzed somebody.
Oh. You guys go up or down? Okay.
I like how your swimming changes when you do fast.
Indeed. I think we're safe. I didn't see any Kojin following us. Wait here. I'm going back for Avase. I went with thee. She stayed behind so we could escape. So that you could escape, not me. And that was a mistake. I should have been the one to stay behind, not her. So I've got to go back. If we lose her, I'll never forgive myself. I was the one who dragged you all into this. It was my fight, not yours. I knew that from the start, but I also knew I couldn't do it alone. But I've asked too much to let too much happen to you all. I have to make this right. I have to do it on my own. So let me go, please. I'm asking you as a friend. I have to help her. You could start by finding me a towel and some bandages. Alice! What? Why are you looking at me like that? I said I was going to distract them, not make a heroic and ultimately futile last stand. Who does that anyway? What the love of... This is stupid. You're embarrassing yourself and me. Shut up and let me have this. Hey, that wasn't so bad, was it? Now then, we need to hurry back to Isari. I don't see any soldiers. You think the Confederacy drove them off? Increased mount speed. Something definitely happened here. I see several people who look like they might be injured. Let's give them a hand and find out what we missed. Do I need help? I'll be fine. It's nothing that won't heal. You should go after Lise. Oh, you're not an Imperial. Is it over? Kami be praised. I was certain she would have us all killed and burned Asari to the ground. Or kill us after making us watch, or barricade us in our homes before putting them to the torch.
What she still might do.
Yes, both of those were likely her plan.
Although, take a picture.
Huh?
Oh, a blue orb over there.
Oh, yeah.
I remember you. You're the one who saved me from the Doman catchers. Thanks to you, we managed to rescue the fishermen and my kidnapped comrades, one of whom joined the Confederacy with me long ago. It would have broken my heart to have to bury him. Oh, and if you're looking for the captain, you'll find him at the tavern. Where was this blue thing you saw, KJ?
Oh,
In
between the rocks.
Yeah, the valley over there.
Yeah.
You can't see it till you get to right here. Are we going for it?
Oh, it's on the bridge. It's on the gate. Okay. I'm just gonna give it a quick look. Yeah, I don't see any easy way up here. This might be a drop down from above situation.
Just thinking.
Yeah, we'll look into that later. Thank you, my child. When the fighting started, I tried to run and hide, but fell and could not regain my feet. I thought for sure we would all be slaughtered, but the pirates drove them off. I never thought I'd see the day when the Confederacy came to our aid. Back already? What have you learned? Tavern, you say? In that case, we should find Lise and speak with him together.
My Eorzean friends. Saw the smoke, did you? A pity you did not come sooner, though I gather you were busy elsewhere.
Gozetsu! You're alive. You're all alive.
And full of vim and vigor. Did I not tell you I was no stranger to chains?
The fighting cannot have lasted long. Where are all the Imperials?
Fled. They stood their ground for a time, until it became clear that their Korgian reinforcements would not be coming. We took some few casualties, but my deeper regret is having let Yotsuyu slip through my fingers. That bodyguard of hers may be a half-wit, but he's a mean bastard on the battlefield.
In any event, I imagine all involved are satisfied with this outcome. So far as the Empire is concerned, the Confederacy attacked Asari in retaliation for the Viceroy's actions. And without the aid of insurrectionists, I might add. Suffice it to say, we are prepared to be the subject of their undivided attention for the foreseeable future.
An impossible claim, yet one spoken with such conviction that I cannot choose but believe it.
Your assistance would be most welcome. Nevertheless, we shall do our utmost to spare you undue danger. We are already in your debt.
Nay, little miss, all debts are paid. For by your deeds, many still live who elsewise would not. Let both parties count their blessings, and may fortune continue to favor us all.
You still seek to bring freedom to our people, then? You will go to Yansha.
I have faith that our allies yet live. Once we have found them, we will plan our next step.
Yansha was the crucible of the rebellion. What happened here pales in comparison to what Yotsuyo did there. Remember this. Fear changes men. Have care in whom you place your trust.
And with that, we must take our wounded home. Oh, your shellback friend sends his regards and looks forward to your next meeting. Try not to die before then, eh?
You did well. Were it not for the tremendous strength and bravery of you and yours, many innocent souls would have suffered terrible fates. Though I knew the Confederacy would be loath to meet the Imperials in battle, I also knew that if any could win them over, it would be you. Truly yours is a heroic spirit that inspires men to rise above their circumstances, to strive for something greater. It will be an honor to travel with you again. Now then, let us not squander the Confederacy's gifts. Yansha and my countrymen await. There is a tunnel to the southwest. We need but follow it to reach our destination. With me.
I have been gifted with lease-worthy shorts.
Like what?
Yida's, her short shorts. I have a pair now.
Oh. Wow.
Rah.
That was the quest reward.
Yeah, the legs.
We cannot rest here for long. This place is not safe. Mayhap nowhere is, if thieves can breach our vaults. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect these treasures, and we shall not fail for want of effort.
So, This is why you abandoned your posts. And without a word of explanation at that. Rather thoughtless of you, was it not?
Lady Yotsuyo, pray forgive us our absence, but our home was under attack, our vaults plundered by outsiders.
Did you even pause to consider the possibility that it might be a diversion? What is the point of contracting your services if you are not here when they are required? It is my solemn charge to bring these vermin to heel. To torment them, body and soul, until all they hold dear is as bitter ashes in their mouths. And then you go and ruin everything! Well, there's naught to be gained in belaboring the point. All that remains is to administer your punishment.
Wait, my lady!
No, it's no good. There's just no joy in it. No release. There needs to be some investment. They were negligent imbeciles deserving of punishment, but it was hardly personal. 10,000 such Korjin could not satisfy me half so well as a single doman. And what do we have here? One of the vaunted treasures of the Red? The craftsmanship is certainly impressive. Mayhap we can use it to make amends.
How long before Lord Xenos reinstates me, do you reckon? I've got unfinished business back in Eorzea.
Is serving me really so unbearable? At least pretend to enjoy, you witless lump! If you are so desperate to earn a way back to Eorzea, then be quiet and do as you're told. And bring that sword while you're at it.
I remember the silence. How the talking stopped when we first set foot on the plains of Yansha. Before us stood yet another wall, and through a great Magitech field we glimpsed Doma Castle. I'll never forget the sight, or the anger I felt that day. Life, liberty, hope, so much lost, so much taken. as we walked through that war-torn land. No one said a word.
Yes, this is far enough. Ere we proceed further, I should speak of Yansha and what became of her. Of what lies beyond the great wall at the heart of Doma. And we should be glad to hear it. But is it wise for us to have this conversation here, on the road, out in the open? Once, your caution would be warranted, but no longer. Xenos did not linger after he crushed the rebellion. He appointed Yotsuyu to act in his stead and quit these lands for fresh sport. The acting viceroy was no less merciless than her master. Without warning, her men would march into villages and search for radical elements, killing and torturing any who dared resist, and then as quickly as they'd come, they left. Satisfied that the memory of the purges would keep the people in line, she relaxed her grip on Yansha. What need for a leash when the dog is broken? The village of Namai lies to the west. Though I doubt the Imperials are present, let us proceed with caution.
Can I tame a tiger?
You're not a hunter, AJ. I do believe there is actually a tiger mountain at some point, though. There she is, the humble village of Namai. How delicious her rice, how sweet her persimmons. Too long has it been since I saw her with my own eyes. And for a mercy, the Imperials appear to be absent. Let no man claim that I am reckless. Prudence has ever been my watchword. Venture closer, if you would, and confirm that there are no soldiers.
We may be in luck. I don't see a single Imperial soldier.
Then there is no need to remain hidden. Let us go and greet them as friends.
I'm going too.
Good people of Namai, hearken to me. We come in peace and desire only information to learn of recent events.
Isn't that the General?
Lord Gorsetsu, can we preserve your right? He lives.
I say, brothers and sisters, is aught amiss? Why do you regard me as one with a wild beast? Why is there fear in your eyes? Why do you tremble so? Ah, but of course, you fear me, a vengeful spirit of the dead. Rest assured, naught could be further from the truth. For am I not corporeal? Are my feet not firmly set upon the ground?
What should we do? If they catch him here, you know what will happen.
Of all the times for him to turn up, has the old fool lost his mind?
You! But why have you come here? What do you want from us?
I know not who you are to speak thus to your elders, boy, but mine only desire is to be received with the hospitality owed a humble traveler, not the fear and trepidation one might afford a wrathful shade.
What? What you going on about? Actually, never mind, just come with me.
I don't know who you people think you are, but do you have any idea what would happen to us if you were found in our village? Again, you address us with unwarranted spite. I have let your impropriety pass until now, but no longer. Who are you, boy, to speak to me thus? Know you not who I am? I am Issei of Namai, a farmer like my father before me, and his father before him. I wouldn't expect a man like you to know who I am. But I know you. We all do. Lord Cayenne's retainer and leader of the rebellion, Gosetsu, notorious fugitive, wanted dead or alive by the Empire. Is that what this is all about? I'm hardly the first man to earn the ire of the Empire, nor will I be the last. Was not Namai home to brave and true warriors who fought beneath our banners for king and country? They fought, and they died, every last one of them. And then the Imperials came looking for more, because of them. They were this close to killing us all, to burning our village to the ground. We've only just begun to enjoy some semblance of peace. Never again. Never again, do you understand? We've had enough of you and yours. Whatever it is you're plotting, leave us out of it. Impassioned as his pleas may be, surely he must know that I cannot leave things as they are. But for now, I shall respect his wishes. We must continue on towards our final destination, the House of the Fierce, proud headquarters of the Doman Liberation Front. There is a secret entrance to the north of Namai, by way of a small spring. Come, I will show you. And I would say that is probably a good place to call it for the night, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we're going to call it here for the night. And I will be back tomorrow with more Final Fantasy VI. Until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. And have a good night.